Section 85. Vaishampayana said, the excellent monarch Yayati, the son of Nahusha, having received Puru's youth, became exceedingly gratified, and with it he once more began to indulge in his favorite pursuits to the full extent of his desires and to the limit of his powers, according to season, so as to derive the greatest pleasure therefrom. And O king, in nothing that he did, he acted against the precepts of his religion, as he behowed him well. He gratified the gods by his sacrifices, the Pitris by Shraddhas, the poor by his charities, all excellent Brahmanas by fulfilling their desires, all persons entitled to the rights of hospitality with food and drink, the Vaishyas by protection, and the Sudras by kindness, and the king repressed all criminals by proper punishments, and Yayati, gratifying all sections of his subjects, protected them virtuously like another Indra, and the monarch, possessed of the prowess of a lion, with youth and every object of enjoyment under control, enjoyed unlimited happiness without transgressing the precepts of religion. And the king became very happy in thus being able to enjoy all the excellent objects of his desires. And he was only sorry when he thought that those 1,000 years would come to an end. And having obtained youth for 1,000 years, the king, acquainted with the mysteries of time, and watching proper kalas and kastas, sported with the celestial damsel Vishwasachi, sometimes in the beautiful garden of Indra, sometimes in Halaka, the city of Kuvera, and sometimes on the summit of the mountain Meru on the north. And when the virtuous monarch saw that the 1,000 years were full, he summoned his son Puru and addressed him thus: O oppressor of foes, with thy youth, O son, I have enjoyed the pleasures of life, each according to its season, to the full extent of my desires, to the limit of my powers. Our desires, however, are never gratified by indulgence. On the other hand, with indulgence they only flame up like fire with libations of sacrificial butter. If a single person were owner of everything on earth, all our yields of paddy and barley, our silver, gold and gems, our animals and women, he would not still be content. Thirst of enjoyment therefore should be given up. Indeed, true happiness belongs to them that have cast off their thirst for worldly objects, a thirst which is difficult to be thrown off by the wicked and the sinful, which faileth not with the failing life, and which is truly the fatal disease of man. My heart hath for a full 1,000 years been fixed upon the objects of desires. My thirst for these, however, increaseth day by day without abating. Therefore I shall cast it off, and fixing my mind on Brahma, I shall pass the rest of my days with the innocent deer in the forest, peacefully and with no heart for any worldly objects. And O Puru, I have been exceedingly gratified with thee. Prosperity be thine. Receive back this thy youth. Receive thou also my kingdom. Thou art indeed that son of mine who has done me the greatest services. Vaishampayana continued. Then Yayati, the son of Nahusha, received back his decrepitude, and his son Puru received back his own youth. And Yayati was desirous of installing Puru, his youngest son, on the throne. But the four orders with the Brahmanas at their head then addressed the monarch thus: O king, how shalt thou bestow thy kingdom on Puru, passing over thy eldest son Yadu, born of Devayani, and therefore the grandson of the great Sukra? Indeed, Yadu is thy eldest son. After him hath been born Turavasu, and of Sarmishta's sons the first is Drahyu, then Anu, and then Puru. How doth the youngest deserve the throne, passing all his elder brothers over? This we represent to thee, O conform to virtuous practice. Yayati then said, "Ye four orders and Brahmanas at their head, hear my words as to why my kingdom should not be given to my eldest son. My commands have been disobeyed by my eldest son Yadu. The wise say that he is no son who disobeyeth his father. That son, however, who doeth the bidding of his parents, who seek their good, who is agreeable to them, is indeed the best of sons. I have been disregarded by Yadu and by Turavasu too. Much have been disregarded by Drahya and by Anu also. By Puru alone hath my word been obeyed. By him have I been much regarded. Therefore the youngest shall be my heir. He took my decrepit too. Indeed, Puru is my friend. He did that was so agreeable to me. It hath also been commanded by Sukra himself, the son of Kavi, that the son of mine who should obey me will become king after me, and bring the whole earth under his sway. I therefore beseech ye, let Puru be installed on throne." The people then said, "True it is, O king, that the son who is accomplished and who seek the good of his parents deserveth prosperity, even if he be the youngest. Therefore doth Puru, who hath done the good, deserve the crown, and as Sukra himself hath commanded it, we have nothing to say to it." Vaisampayana continued, "The son of Nahusha, thus addressed by the contented people, then installed his son Puru on the throne, and having bestowed his kingdom on Puru, the monarch performed the initiatory ceremonies for retiring into the woods, and soon after he left his capital, followed by Brahmanas and ascetics. The sons of Yadu are known by the name of Yadavas, while those of Turvasu have come to be called the Yavanas, and the sons of Drahyu are the Bojas, while those of Anu, the Mlejas. The progeny of Puru, however, are the Pauravas, amongst whom, O monarch, thou art born, in order to rule for 1,000 years, with thy passions under complete control. This ends the 85th section in the Sambhava Parva of the Adi Parva.